ratings are not good. The ratings are very, very, very bad. So let's. I could have kept this graphic up. Here we go. Share screen. Doink. Fine. So this is Jodie's ratings, right? And now I guess I got to do here. Let me pull up the Doctor Who ratings accumulator. So we'll pull up the 2023 ratings and the 24 ratings. I think we got the 22 ratings here. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So here's how the ratings work. Right. So where we are right now with the ratings, it's nearly the worst in history. Right. We got. I'll say one more thing. I got to put up. Let me. This is I think the only other one which has ratings worse. Right. Where is it? Okay, yeah, here we go. Fine. So essentially how the ratings work is this. You have people who watch it on the TV, and then you have people watch it on iPlayer, and then you have people watching it on a device, on iPlayer, on a device that isn't a TV, right? On a phone or whatever. So the primary way people used to watch is TV, with iPlayer being, a boost. That's actually still the way, right? But we've seen Doctor Who ratings totally collapse. Now, I know from somebody who you all know the name of, right? In the inside, that they said the BBC were apoplectic about the ratings. They were having a breakdown. When were they having a breakdown about the ratings? They're like how bad they were around here. Right. Well, they were worried over here, right? By the end of season 1, the Battle of, what was it called? Ranscott of Colossus. I'm looking at the episodes going shit after shit after shit. So they were very concerned about that. But when the ratings got over here for the end of the Timeless Children, they were apoplectic, right? Absolutely apoplectic. Now these are the consolidated figures. So what happens is you have the overnight ratings, and so there's a few different ratings. There you have the overnight ones. You've got the live ratings, people who watched it just when it was on, right? Then you've got the overnights, people who watched it when it was on, plus iPlayer for that night. Then you got the 7-day consolidated ratings when that number plus everybody watched it on iPlayer, and the 7-day consolidated full screen, which is everybody, right? Everybody who watched it on all devices. Now, when you say everybody and watched it, what do they actually mean? It's a little bit of bullshittery going on, because if you watch an iPlayer, you're considered a view if you watch I think it's 2 minutes, but it might be even just be 1 minute, right? It's absolute bullshit, right? So the bump it gets is padded a lot. The everything apart from the live ratings is extremely padded. So the ratings I use here are the consolidated ones, the final viewing figures, again, which are massively padded, right? Absolutely massive. Actually, do I have the 1 second? We have the 2022 ratings. Yeah, I'll do 2020. Is it 2022 or 2021? Which year was 21 to 22? Boink. Fine. So it's important to look at this, everything in context. Share screen. Because when you see how much of a disaster it is, it's so much more of a disaster, right? It is so much more of a disaster. So we go, doink. Right, season 13. So this is 2021, 22. So again, we had the overnight, which is the live plus the live one plus. Oh no, this is Flux. Fine, okay. So so this is Flux. So you got the live rating plus the iPlayer view. Then you got 7-day added to everybody watching on iPlayer on TV over the next 7 days, and then everybody watch it on their phone also added in, right? So that's basically how they came to the numbers. So where we are right now is very bad. It's the only way of really saying it. Very, very bad. We're over here. Oh, look, they got the 7-day numbers out. I didn't realize that. Man. Okay, so it's getting a pretty low bump right now. It's got 2.6 was the overnight, and it got a bump of 1.4. Right, that's very low because it used to get more. 1 second, so here. So this, let's see, 4.43, 1.4. Yeah, okay, that's a bit. Capaldi got a lot more though. Where is it? Show. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, this was Jodie's first year. So she got 8.2 in Woman Who Feels Worth, and that got bumped up to 11. Right. So yeah. Okay. So let's go 5.5 to so he was getting 2 million bump, and now it's getting 1.5 bump. Right. And I can't get to Capaldi's years, but okay, whatever. Okay. So now not doing that well. It's getting 2.6 to a 1.4 bump. So that will mean where if they maintain that, and it looks like they're doing that, right? And the only reason, by the way, is that they got a 3.9, a 2.4, and a 3.9 for the Devil's Chord was the last 5 minutes. Tons of people tuned in, waiting for Eurovision, right? So it got a massive bump from that. Without that, I think it probably would have got a 2.2. Right, is my guess. I think it probably would have got a 2.2. Evidence for that is episode 3 got a 2.04, which is very, very, very low, right? So if you extrapolate that out, getting a 1.4 bump, that's going to bring it to 3.44, right? And ratings generally go down as the season goes on, even if it's a good show. I mean, if it's a great show that people would like and enjoy, ratings tend to go up. But they go down when it's just like a widget fitting in to a widget fitting in to an entertainment platform, which is what Doctor Who is now. It's like it's a Disney widget, right? So the quality just isn't there, and it's going down. It's going to keep going. So how low will it go, right? I am hoping, right? This is always my my goal, right, for shit modern Who, that it gets down to over here, right? We had on Battlefield Part 1 on September 89 got a 3.1. That is the lowest rated episode of Doctor Who ever, right? It's not really fair to compare it to Jodie's rating because people had video recorders then, and everybody would, most people would record Doctor Who and watch it later. Why? Because they can watch it again and again and again. We used to record it ourselves, right? I remember I used to make my own DVD covers, video covers, not DVD covers, right? And cutting them out. It was a lot of fun, right? So because they have that metric at 3.1, that's the one that people always hold on to as the lowest rating, even though it's really genuinely not fair in any way, shape, or form to compare that 3.1 to this 2.2 to this, was it 4.0 or 3.9? The live rating, you should compare the overnight, right? The overnight to the overnight. And again, we had VCRs, we had videotapes back then, and everybody would record it, right? It wasn't a weird thing to record it. So we probably, but anyway, I would like to get to the undisputed that the consolidated ratings are lower than 3.10. Now, is it possible to get there? Here's the thing. Doctor Who does worse. Woke Doctor Who does worse the more it's on air. Like the worst thing that could ever happen to Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who was them making it and airing it. Like Flux really helped them out in a big way. Gave them time to course correct, right? To rethink. And they did. They didn't have any talent. They didn't have any skill, but they did, I would say, quite massively course correct. So we're up to, so the overnight right now is 2.04. How low will it go? What's the bottom, right? So it's hemorrhaging about 400,000 viewers a week. Will it keep? I mean, look, I doubt it will keep up with that rate, but man, if it does, it'll be that. Well, 1.64, 1.24. Under was it 0.8? It was 800,000, 400,000. Literally nobody watching. So I don't think it's gonna. I think maybe when it hits bottom will be 1.5, right? And who knows? I really have no idea, right? I have no idea whatsoever. But yeah, this is absolutely a disaster because I'll remind you. Let me go back to the chart. Doing. And again, I wish I could tell you the source of this information, but look, I understand people people think I'm full of shit when to be like, oh, what's he say? It's somebody's name you all know, right? It's somebody you all know, and I can't give any more better hints to that because he's well, now I said it. Because it will be really unprofessional, and I think it will be detrimental to this person professionally. Plus, he didn't give me permission to say it. Right, it was told to me in confidence, but the BBC were tearing their hair out when it got to 4.69. Right, when it got to 4.69, they would dream of 4.69 now. Oh man, right? They would tear their hair out at that. They were tearing their hair out. Like, oh no! So then you had the Christmas special when it got a bump, and then it went slid right back down again. Right, so Rusty Davis was coming back and we're like, oh. There's a new hope, right? We might be able to pull this out at last, right? They're going to get rid of the wokery, obviously. They're going to obviously get rid of the wokery because they saw how much it felt. No. Oh, Russell, I wish you hadn't been living under a rock for the last few years, right? But so we came up with the 6th anniversary stuff. And again, I call somewhat, but 5.08 for Tenant's Return, bumped up to 7.6. That sounds believable, even though, as I said, I think you could probably take the iPlayer ratings and divide them by 5, and then you're probably getting a more accurate representation. And I wonder, how they should really do it is the percentage of the show you watch is a percentage of a view. So if you watch 10% of the show, it's 10% of a view. You add those people up. I would love to see those numbers. If you go those numbers, it'll probably be this was 5.8 million overnight and 7.61. It will probably be about 5 point. It'll probably be under 6 million, right? It will be not that many. But then Yasmin Finney go, oh, I'm not a man or a woman. I'm something different and better. And you're an icky man. I don't like you, David Tennant. Don't you think he looks old? Don't you think he looks tired? And boy, he did look old and tired. He was past it, basically. He was past it, sadly. Oh, that reminds me. Got to bring that up in a second. It just didn't work. I mean, again, the wokery of that first episode just killed this entire new era. They were nearly killed by what was it? What was I going to say? Wokery. I can't remember now. What were they nearly killed by? I don't know. Oh, a second. There you go. Fire's coming in now. So it's been sliding down 8362. And then, they were nearly killed by the wokery of the Davros sketch, but everybody forgot about it. So the Norbers didn't know about it. And then Christmas had a very disappointing 6.7. At least it was a bump from the last special. There's just so many poor creative decisions went into those specials, right? There's no connection to like the history of Doctor Who, which was really weird because that's the they bang on about the history of Doctor Who permanently, right? I mean, just look at the logo. They bang on and on about it, except when it was incredibly appropriate, right? That insanely appropriate. And I think the only reason they have the old logo is to legitimize themselves as Doctor Who, because this is new woke Doctor Who, and it's not going down very well at all. So again, let's look at these ratings. So we went to 4.01 to 3.91, and again, I think they got 100,000 boost by having the last 5 minutes. Tons of people came in for Eurovision. So let's say let's be generous. Say it gets a 1.5 bump. That brings it up to 3.54. which is nearly at Jodie's lowest. Jodie's lowest was the wrong thing. Jodie's lowest was 3.47, right? 3.47. So I think we might be if I think next week there's a good chance we might get to when we get the 7-day, that Boom might be the lowest rated modern episode of Doctor Who, right? And I see it going down. I see it going down another million, maybe, right? Before we get to season, nobody gives a shit. And the more Russell hypes them, they go, "Oh, it's going to be incredible! Oh, it's so big!" Oh, no, we don't care, Russell. We just like again, one of my favorite stories I've seen this year, probably in a number of years, is the Horror of Fang Rock, a very small, a localized story that was cheap to make with fantastic performances. I honestly, you could say I've warmed up a lot to Image Offender. I need to, next week, next show, I will hopefully review that. So, not looking good. The reason is not looking good. So I think they might be. I don't know. I think I don't see how this continues. Right. I don't see how this pulls out of the death dives in. Anyway, somebody pointed this out from IMDb, saying how will they bring people in for the finale? They're trying to amp up the finale hugely. Is this real or is this not real? Sean Pertwee as the third Doctor? That's interesting. Here, one second. Let's see if this was real or if this was just fakery. IMDb. Fine, we'll go to Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Oh man, it's called Doctor Who 2023. It's got a whole different listing. Episodes. So we want to go to Empire of Death. Top cast. Oh yeah! Wow, they're not joking. I can't believe nobody's picked up on this yet. This is wild. Sean Pertwee is the third Doctor. Gemma Redgrave, Kate Lifton, Yasmin Finney. Oh, fuck off. Shooty Gatwa, okay. Bonnie Langford, Ruby Sunday, Millie Gibson, and Sean Pertwee as the third Doctor. It's just as a shame it's in this era. I mean, look, I'll watch it so you don't have to, and we can see how it goes, right? That's basically. I'll watch it so you don't have to. But that's an interesting thing, right? That is an interesting. Something else interesting is the them trying to sell this Drek, right? Which is not good at all. So Master TDS on Twitter is brilliant, does so much research into bots, right? Cybermen are out in force attempting to run interference with Jinx Monsoon, who's played the villain known as Maestro. I don't know how you spell it. In Doctor Who. They are praising Jinx for breaking boundaries. No, enough already of breaking boundaries. Learn to walk before you can run. And like, we don't want boundaries of like creepy men dressed as highly sexualized women. I don't want that boundary broken, right? Because it's look, the Drag Queen Story Hour and NAMBLA, the National Man Boy Love Association of America, the pedophile group, is they have basically exactly the same platforms. It's really bizarre. Like, oh, children should be allowed to choose and do what they want. And no, stop. Okay, the attached no back confirms this is not random behavior. So Breaking Boundary and making her story in the show. Oh God, like her story. Enough of her story. I mean, again, and also she has a dick as well. Maybe not that much her story. And I thought the cast report was kind of clear. It's okay if you believe that you have a penis and you're a woman. That's fine. No one's going to get in your face about that. But we got to stop pretending it's okay, normal and healthy. The attached no map confirms this is not random behavior, and the shape of the interaction show bears a resemblance to Oh So Me project that would define as a bot network. Whether Disney, BBC, or some other person involved, still unknown. So yeah. So Breaking Bad, look at these things. Oh, exactly the same post, right? How desperate are they, right? How desperate are they? I don't understand why. Look at it, breaking boundary. Oh, what an achievement, breaking boundary. Yeah, it's creating reality. It's so bizarre, and it didn't stop there. We have over here. So here we have them being the personal companies before we're seeing the scope of it. They're saying how exciting shooting Gatwa is as the 15th Doctor. There's a hypnosis. And again, same nonsense over and over and over again. He's just not very good, right? I'm sorry, he's very weak as a Doctor. We see all these different people all having the exact same comment, right? What's this? New video and podcast series on Radio Times. The best ever Doctor Who story. That's Nick Briggs. Okay. Maybe later. Oh, maybe not, right? Maybe not. Let's see how they how they're approaching this on the Radio Times, right? Okay. The numbers are in, and they're shit. They're epically shit. Millie, Russell did you the biggest favor in the world by firing you, darling. Absolutely. We now have the audience. Now we have a picture of the ratings of Doctor Who launch episodes with the confirmed audience figures in the 7 days following the first 2 episodes release. According to Barb, 4.01 tuned in for Space Babies and 3.91 for Devil's Cord. We know that. These figures are the 7-day consolidated ratings and include those who watched on BBC iPlayer from the show's release on Saturday. Viewing figures for programs on broadcast channels are consolidated, blah, 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 blah. Season 14 is the first to debut every night. First to debut every episode early at midnight. What a disastrous rollout. What a perfect storm of trying to get your show to fail, right? What a disaster. It would have, and like, again, even if it wasn't LGBTQIA plus propaganda, right? It still would have done badly. But can you imagine if it wasn't LGBTQIA propaganda and they had a day and date release globally of 7 p.m. UK, right? There would have been a global audience watching it simultaneously, excited, tweeting away, right? Disney are just schmucks, right? They are just schmucks. I mean, like, yeah. Can I pull up this Russell Lee Davies interview? Oh, sorry, wrong one. Which I found very, very telling, right? Very, very telling. Where is it? There's always a twist here. No. Which one? Dream Team. Chocolatiness of the Doctor. No. Jigs Monsoon. How'd he get Millie Gibson? No. Where did he go? 1 second. Boom, instant. I literally saw this earlier today. Oh, here we go. Right, it was literally right in front of me.
People who don't have a home.
As a queer person myself, seeing
oh yes, please, I'm queer. Everybody should know I'm queer. I know.
The show just keep leaning more into queer themes and everything, especially since the specials, has been super gratifying.
I'm glad you liked it. Do you notice your room is very empty? Did you know not many people are watching now?
Can you speak about just leaning into that more intentionally?
Yes, it's funny because, to be absolutely honest, it's almost not that deliberate. That's the life that I lead, and I've been doing this. I wrote a series called Queer as Folk in 1999 that broke down many barriers, and I'm never going to step back from that. And in fairness, no one's ever asked me to step back from that. And I just think,
yeah, one second, who's calling? It's my daughter. One second, let me see if there's anything important. Oh, I missed the call. Let's go back. So yeah, okay, yeah. I understand nobody's going to ask you to step back.
It doesn't even feel particularly queer to me. It just feels natural. This is the world, and
no, it's not, mate. You've got to get out more. Go touch grass. Literally, you need to just go and hang out with normal fucking people, right? All the people who've turned off Doctor Who, right? You were brought in specifically because the ratings got so fucking low, and you've delivered ratings lower, right? That's what's happened.
It's 2024, and we're all embracing this.
Oh, 1 second. My daughter's calling again. 1 second. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Did I miss her? I better call her back. 1 second. You know, what can I say here? Parenting always takes priority. Let's see what she wants. It's going to be nothing. It's going to be literally nothing. Okay. Oh, it's ringing. It's ringing. It's ringing again. Hello, you just called. I'm in the middle of a live stream. How you doing, my darling? You didn't? Oh, it's the wrong person. That's the L called me. Sorry, I told the wrong. This is my wife. Okay, I'll try again. Oh, what was she calling me? Fine, let me just call her back. See what she wants. Like, I got to get back to reviewing Doctor Who, mate. Okay, fine. Now I dialed the right number. She's gonna be here in a few minutes. You know, let's gird your loins, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm gonna go late tonight. I'm so behind, right? I think that's just the plan. Hello, my darling. How are you? I just called Mummy by mistake. I'm doing a live stream right now. How can I help you? I'm sure we have hot water for a shower. It's been like spritzing out. Okay, so here's what you can. Let me fill in people on live stream. My daughter's about to come home. She wants to shower. She wants to know, do we have hot water? Here's what you need to do. Run the hot water for about 2 minutes, right, in any place, and then see if it gets hot. If it gets hot, you know what that means? It means we have hot water. If it doesn't get hot, turn the dude on, okay? What? No. You got to come home. Okay, well, why do you want to have hot water? You checking for me? Tati, I think you should bathe more. Well, I think that's sweet of you. I understand. So you want it prepared for you. So why are you calling me? I'm in the middle of a live stream. Call your mother. What? It's my it's my responsibility for the hot water. Where did I get that job? What the hell? Where did I get that crown? Where was I? You're gonna be home in 2 minutes. You can try yourself. Okay. Amazingly, Ross Lee Davis is being stupider.
Twitter might kick off, and in dark little corners, people might argue. But
no, mate. Twitter didn't kick off. The ratings kicked off, and you got destroyed. Twitter might kick off. Really? It's Twitter that might click off. No. Hang on a second. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Hang on. No, that doesn't look like it's Twitter kicking off. Where is it? Hang on. Yes, we'll go over here. No, that's not Twitter kicking off. That's people saying, fuck off, Russell. Right? Fuck off, Russell.
World. The real world is one of acceptance and with battles to be fought and vote.
Yeah. Do you still think you're in the real world, mate? Now we got objective metrics saying you're not in the real world? No. Maybe. Who knows?
To be gained, you know, it's like I'm not naive to the problems that exist, but God.
There are no fucking problems, right? Nobody has any trouble with there being queer stories on television. Nobody has trouble with gay people being anywhere. We do have a problem with you going down to my kids and say, hey, kids, you want to get this van and check out my puppy? Yeah, people don't like that shit, right? People say, hey, kids, have you ever tried cutting off your bollocks? You might like it, right? No, that's the thing people have a problem with. People have a problem with acclimatizing children to adult sexuality. That's one of the things they have trouble with. The other thing is, we used to just be able to live and let fucking live. But no, you got to keep screaming how much you hate anybody who doesn't agree with your bonkers, fucked up worldview.
Oh, it's a more welcoming world in schools. You know, we now have people who can come out.
In schools, all your gay shit, all the trans shit has just been yanked out of all the schools, right? It's not more well. This was an insanity you bullied us all into, for fuck's sake, for years. Years and years. I can't even imagine how many suicides of kids that have surgically transitioned that really wasn't appropriate to do so, right?
In schools and be happy and thrive, which when I was that age was literally impossible.
Well, really, Russell, did you manage to be gay? Let me ask you. I mean, like, you don't look like somebody who's had trouble with. Straight people also don't have any fucking confidence. Like, if I only knew that girls had had less confidence than boys, right? When I was like 16, I would have gone directly for the hottest girls in school. And all you needed is confidence. And they're like, ooh, yes, but I didn't know that. Nobody knows how to navigate sexuality when they're fucking 14. It's something that you got to work out. And it's not a problem if you got to work it out. That's part of life.
So that's got to be a better world. So I simply...
No, it's not. It's a worse world.
Quite naturally, I don't think about it that much. That is my world. And I'm...
Yes, we know, Russell. We know. Can you try and tune into the rest of the real world?
Trusted by my bosses to put my world and to put my writing on screen. So I confidently do.
Yeah, your bosses, BBC and Disney. Do your have your bosses fucked up royally of late? Oh yes, they have. Right, they have. They relentlessly fucked up royally, and everything they touch turns to shit. Right. I mean, if I may remind you, right? If I may remind you, let's go pick up. I don't know which clip I'm picking out, but these are all disturbing, right? These are all disturbing. Let's see this one. Yeah, this is your world, mate. And look, let me get it straight. You're welcome to this world, right? You're welcome to live this world. What consenting adults do in private is what consenting adults do in private. This is not toddler fucking time with your weird, kinky 9-inch heels in rubber boots, you weird fuck. Yeah, I don't want this to be the world, right? The world that my kids are in. I don't think it's good for them. I'm not saying, oh, no, this can't exist. Oh, fuck off. I'm not saying this can't exist, but I kind of wish it didn't. I mean, I'm not saying it can't exist, but, like, I don't think this is in any way appropriate for children or any adult. God, stop. Just stop. I can't. Leave me alone. So it's not going very well. Let's be fair. It's not going very well. What's another side that's not going very well? Where is it? Over here. So this was posted, I think, today. So Harbo Holmes has a much bigger channel than me. I'm pretty sure, right? It's got a pretty huge channel. Good afternoon, Mr. Williams. I hope you're well. No, you don't. You couldn't give a fuck. We enormously value the fan community that Doctor Who is privileged to enjoy. That's why we tell them to fuck off and go and touch grass. And love seeing fans' original works inspired by Doctor Who. You hate it. That said, fuck off, fans. We have to balance that with fan community's engagement with Doctor Who, with our commitments to our global licenses who pay for exclusively in relation to this concept. Well, let me tell you, mate. The AI revolution is coming, and they're going to have our own Doctor Who. Right, we're not going to have to put up with this bullshit, right? What is this grok thing, by the way, that the Twitter keeps pushing? Review videos. This is not their own version of Doctor Who. This is not a fanfic. Review videos, right? Review videos that use an excessive amount of content, like mine often, from our progress, risk undermining our broadcasters and commercial partners, therefore, also their investment in Doctor. God, I hate this corporate shit, right? Who in turn puts the ability to invest in future Doctor Who programming. Listen, I don't want to tell you your business, mate, right? I don't want to tell you your business, but I think this may also jeopardize the future investments, right? It being shit that nobody wants to see, maybe. So when users whose videos are blocked by Content ID challenges block, we assess case-to-case basis. In many cases, unblocking the video, provided the user does not use an excessive amount of BBC content. Again, we're reviewing it. It's fair use. We have to go beyond what would be permitted under law. We could be super cunts, but we're only a little bit cunty. We're not super cunty. Users have not used blah 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 dealing in UK. Basically saying fuck off. Don't use any. That said, we consider your video using an excessive amount of our content and would not be protected by fair dealing. I consider you being a lying fuck. who doesn't want people talking about Doctor Who. Because you know what happens when people talk about Doctor Who? They say it's shit! Why do they say it's shit? Because it's shit, right? Just to clear up the confusion, this appears to be in relation to the 2021 Planet of the Ood video. Yeah, they are so full of shit. So, yeah, it's not going well. Let's see what the Telegraph had to say. 2 out of 5. That's not a good score, is it? That's not a good. I think I don't know. Yeah. Well, let's see, because they have a very normie point of view, right? Let's have a look. In Boom, the former Doctor Who showrunner, comes up with a concept that puts Ncuti's natural energy into a straitjacket. I found that probably helped the episode, frankly. His natural energy is not good. You want to stay away from that natural energy, right? It's just annoying. Maybe look. Here's the problem: he just doesn't have the range. I mean, that's really the bottom line. He doesn't have the acting range for this episode, and I would say this episode should be written as a audition piece for the Doctor, right? I mean, there's a lot of this that really should be audition pieces for the Doctor. And you see, essentially, every other Doctor would have played this better, which is really true, right? I mean, again, William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton would be really interesting with this. I mean, I can really see that. William Hartnell, the only way I can see it happening is because I don't think he was physically up to it. Will be some kind of like reconstruction thing where somebody else plays the first Doctor, right? Or and then they face swap it or something like that. Pertwee, this would have been excellent. Don't move, Joe. The great balls of fire. That would have been great. Tom Baker actually did it. Harry, I'm standing on a mine. The fifth Doctor, absolutely would have put off. As would have Colin Baker, as would Sylvester McCoy. Oh, Sylvester McCoy would have been excellent. As would Paul McGann, as with John Hurt, as with Christopher Eccleston. David Tennant's one of the weaker ones, but he would have been excellent with this too. Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi. Then and shootings were absolutely the worst, and Jodie would never have been able to do it, right? Basically, that's where we're at. Oh, come on. It was on the web. Let me pull it up. I'm not paying a subscription to your shitty newspaper, okay? There you go. It's not happening. If you want me to charge me for this one issue, I'll pay for this issue. Stop trying to rip me off. Episode 3 of Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who on BBC One, Disney Plus. It's called Boom. But it should have really gone poof. Because it should have cut with Time Lord standing on a landmine for half hour while crying. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair criticism. Boom was written by former Doctor Who showrunner Stephen Moffat, who has returned to the Whooniverse. I hate the Whooniverse. Loved it when I first heard it. Hate it now. For 1 week only, it's an abrupt change of tone from the twee space babies and Devil's Called. We're on a grim, burning battlefield, and we're so much better for it. On the planet Castrian 3, Moffat says a program notes that he wanted to try and write a story full of suspense and tension, but there is none because Ncuti can't do it. That's the bottom line. Capaldi could have done it. The problem's not in the script; it's in the actor. He's just too weak. His voice is weak. Are there any clips they released online? Let's have a look. Because they probably think, oh, he's so good, right? But he's not. Bottom line. 1 second. See Doctor Who. Let's see if they release any clips. They got the trailer of 73 yards. I don't really care. Official podcast, I wouldn't touch that with a barge fucking pole. Really? I genuinely wouldn't. Really, they like spammed us with the clips from the first couple of weeks. I mean, like this one, he actually shows some acting talent. Yeah, some range. No, it's the timeline is all of him jiving in at the end of the Devil's Call. Fuck off. Leave me alone. It's just dumb. Right? It's just here. Let me look at YouTube. Maybe put it on the YouTube channel a clip. BBC Doctor Who. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Hang on. Here we go. BBC Doctor Who. Because I love it if they have a clip of him talking because he's so not good in this, right? He's so amazing. No, they don't, right? And he is the weakest link, 100%. Basically, anybody could have filled this with tension other than Shooty, but Shooty didn't have the chops to do it. Also, the direction was a bit flat. Just I don't know. Where we're up to. So we full attention, but there is none because they're hardly going to blow up the new Doctor, are they? Consequently, Moffat is just filling time. Yeah, I guess so. And what's he fill it with? Well, there are big themes. That's fair enough. One is war is bad, and people who sell weapons are really bad, and they're capitalists. I mean, again. Here's the thing, Rusty, you don't understand enough about culture, sociology, politics to comment on it. You don't get it, right? You have such a simplistic view on everything, and you refuse to have a conversation with anybody with, on the other side of the whatever issue it is you're on, right? You just refuse to, and you refuse to because you know they're going to have a point. So if you can't have a conversation, you can disagree with them. But like, at least hear what the their viewpoint is. Big things. War is bad. People who sell weapons of war are really bad. Doctor Who is aimed at children. It's time to include this. It's fine to include this basic stuff. The battlefield patrolled by ambulances, run by algorithms, and controlled by an arms dealing corporation, which dispatch into soldiers. Theme 2: religion is bad. This one fucked me off. I'm going to hazard a guess that Moffat is an atheist because because the gun-toting soldiers were wearing dog collars and ordained Anglican Marines. Here's the one. Since when was the church an army? It's asked Ruby. Most of your history. This has just been a blip. Replies the Doctor, when a little girl explains that her mum has been gathered up by God. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Right. Again, look, you believe what you want to believe. Just stop taking a shit on the beliefs of maybe the majority of your audience, right? If not a very good proportion. There are a lot of Christians out there. Stop taking a shit on them. How would you like somebody took a shit on you if you're gay? You wouldn't like that, would you? Stop taking a shit on Christians, right? I wouldn't like people to judge one by their immutable characteristics or their belief system, for that matter. Religion is bad. So he's gun-toting soldiers wearing dog collar. Since fine, blah blah blah. Replies the Doctor, when a little girl covered up by God. The implication is that she's fallen for all this nonsense about heaven. About 20 minutes later, the child cheerily refers to her parent as just dead. Yes. Moffat throws in references for Whovians to pick up on. So Doctor Who sings the Skyboat that featured a Doctor Who long past. I don't even know where that was from. I somewhere, I don't know. I'm sure somebody will say. I don't really care. Tom Baker steps on Iron Man, Genesis of the Daleks. There are no cultural references. There were also cultural references, perhaps just to make the script clever, such as the suggestion the Doctor has been hanging around with Philip Larkin. A sad old man once told me, what survives us is love. Who's Philip Larkin? Let's have a look. Philip Larkin. But this is probably something that influenced Moffat, right? Okay, he is a English poet, novelist. Okay, fine. Clever person. Got it. Yeah, it sounds like he would do, right? Okay, I can hear that. For the most part of the episode, there are fat tears rounding Shooty Gatwa's cheeks. Yeah, it was Rusty Davis saying to make Gatwa more emotional, who wears his two hearts on his sleeve. Capaldi did it better. Unfortunately, this also means that there's some softy stuff to deliver. Snow isn't snow until it falls. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing. When they're about to kill Ruby, snow materializes, right? And that happened in the other episodes as well, when she thinks of what's her name, her mother abandoning her or whatever. I can't remember. Dan 72 says, old man moans about everything younger than him. Film at 11. I like some things. Okay, Dan. Thanks for the hate watch. Jake Play says he was a Christian and wasn't even remotely offended. Well, that's nice for you. I was offended. Again, it's like I understand he's got a disdain for religion, right? There's no reason to voice your disdain, right? If you think the Doctor isn't a straight white, oh, you're one of those people, they're automatically shit. That's not true. Just this guy's a mincing, kind of pathetic character, right? I hate to tell you, it's a mincing kind of like. Again, how are you doing, Dan? Said Dan probably liked it a lot more. Look, again, solid episode, best one that's been in 7 years, hands down. Lots of it very good. Varada see-through, excellent, right? Freaking excellent. The weakest link in this were two. Judy Gatwa's performance as a Doctor. He came across as very weak to me. God, look at you, Choke Play. Peter Capaldi will be so disappointed in you bashing the Doctors. Fuck, darling, I'm a grown-up. I don't care if Peter Capaldi's disappointed in me. For fuck's sake, I own my own house. God's sake. Oh, it's not like I live in my bedroom. Oh, dude, you just got to get over it. Some people aren't going to like it. I think it's basically doomed to failure. But again, this episode wasn't bad. I alluded it to the two Doctors, which was Robert Holmes in a rather shitty era, right? Still Robert Holmes, but still had all the tropes of the era. Veronica Seath was even hotter when she was covered in arm from the neck down. So she was very good. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a really. So what happened with her? I think is they fired Millie and she had already done a thing and they liked her a lot for good reason because she's an excellent, right? And that's how she came on. So let's finish this thing. So yeah, Scooter Gut was crying all the bloody time. Snow isn't snow until it falls, which alludes to the mystery surrounding Rupert's parentage, but it's also completely meaningless. You can't help escape Disney's influence. It's not just with a set and costume look like Star Wars leftovers. I get well. I just think that's what things look like when you make this sort of budget. Although that's not really fair. I mean, one of the reasons I love The Fifth Element was it looked so different. Right, it just like I hadn't seen anything like that ever before. It was that's exactly why I liked it. The actual story was a bit shit. What am I up to? The cute kid and cheesy ending. It's far darker than Cat was previous episode. His only joke makes it see comes when he's on a landmine. I had to deactivate one of these once at a lesbian gymkhana underwater for a bit. It was just irritating, frankly, right? It was just irritating. Let's see what you say. Jake Plays says, I just feel that the actor should be separate from the character. That's fair. You don't have to like Judy Gatwa's Doctor. I just felt, I was really wanted to like it. I just felt it was very weak. But you shouldn't hate Judy. Why? I've never met him. Dan says he predicted back. Do you want to come up? I'll send you a link. He predicted back in January Seth who would likely appear in another. You called that then, right? You totally called that. And was more surprised than I that proven right, especially so quickly. Yeah, no, you totally nailed it, right? 100% you nailed it. 1 second. No, if you're free, you're welcome to come on. I'll send you a link. Doink. But yeah, I get best episode in 7 years. I absolutely. I can't argue with that. Best episode in 7 years. What else? Yeah. So the two detriments to this were, I would say, Ncuti Gatwa, certainly the weakest link, and then the hatred of religion and faith. I'm like, even though he tried to redeem it at the end, he just wasn't able to pull it off, I'm afraid, right? He just wasn't able to pull it off. Let's have a quick look at what headlines are going on. So we'll do a search for Doctor Who. We go here, doink. Don't really care about the next episode. I just don't care. I don't care. So who was this? The surprise guest star calls back to 11th era twist. What was that? Let's see what that is. Who was the surprise guest star they're talking about? Aside from the Daleks, seemingly difficult character named Oswin. Oh, boom. So how's this connect? Oh, so fine. They did the same thing with the 11th Doctor when they introduced Ruby Sunday. Doing chilling trail of 73 yards. I don't think it's going to be chilling, right? Viewers all say the same thing about a tense, emotionally devastating. I don't find it emotionally devastating. Let's see what he has to say. Leave it slow. Does it have a number of stars or anything? No. Oh, this is quick. Fine. We'll whiz through this. Stephen Moffat returns to Doctor Who as alien planets, murderous AI, and shooting outward trapped in a tense race against time. Amazing, Manty was able to write race without talking about racism. After 2 episodes, the Doctor is determined to greet any potential Disney viewers with what could be a fun, camp and ridiculous show. This darker turn from the pen of former showrunner Stephen Moffat. Yes. The conceit that the Doctor could not move for nearly the whole episode. It was like half the episode. It was the whole episode. I forgot. It was most of the episode. And instead had him rely on Ruby Sunday to get him out of a fix, dialed up tension, and gave both actors a chance to deepen the characterization. Fair. Millie Gibson did. Judy Garwood didn't. He said, look, again, I think he's just been promoted over his abilities, frankly. Because he had a hot ass, essentially. Chance to other character. Ruby is clearly prepared to take risks, and this Doctor is more vulnerable and emotional. He kept fucking crying for no reason. Wasn't like just tears were coming down his face. Oh, like, what the hell? And emotional in the previous incarnation. You could have meant to be the Capaldi trying sarcasm to get his way out of being stuck on a landmine. Yeah. Or he would have just used a sonic fucking screwdriver. Again, all they really need to do is say, you hear a scream, right? And off he runs. And he screams, Ruby, bring my sonic screwdriver, right? She said, bring what? And she didn't hear him. She comes and follows him, right? Rather than he just screams, stay there. Then he would explain why the sonic screwdriver isn't there, right? And they close and lock the TARDIS, right? And her keys are inside. Something like that, right? You could let that actually would have added to the bloody episode. It's like to try and find a way out being stuck on a landmine rather than being forced to sing a haunting soldier's lament to calm his nerves. Yeah, exactly. The current most of the season raises its head again with Splice, this kid, Carolyn Springfall, Ruby and the Doctor having the status of orphans by the end of it. Oh yeah, fuck it going on. This episode relies on a child actor can stand up on the performance. A relative newcomer played well in the ensemble. Fair. I would say she was a tiny bit cringe, but generally speaking, fair. Absolutely fair. Bottom line, again, this is Russell D. Davies' highly expensive fan fiction. Just as Hannibal was Brian Fuller's highly expensive fan fiction. Hannibal was much better, however. In terms of that, I don't mind. In terms of Doctor Who, it's pants. Where are we up to? The will they, won't they romance between Monday, Verada Caesar and Canterbury has kept the plot moving along nicely. Yeah, exactly. Moffat's very, very good at that. Right? He's actually very, very good at that. And it's not the first time Moffat has given us an army military clerics. He used them here to allow the Doctor to make a point about blind faith. Yeah, what like Russell has. Russell, I'll remind you, only one of us thinks that women have penises, right? I think that takes blind faith, frankly. Make the point about the blind faith we put in technology. Oh, there you go. That's interesting. And the peculiar moments when we suddenly decide that we need proof rather than belief. The resolution that the father's love for his child will overcome all obstacles, including murderous AI algorithms. I thought it was a very nice resolution, frankly. I felt it was a very Doctor Who resolution, right? I felt it was on brand for this season, even though I don't particularly like the season, but I thought that was okay. Was handled more deftly in a similar theme when James Corden in Closing Time. That's good comparison. It was notable the Doctor appealed to John, citing his own experience as a dad. That was it. As one father to father, Doctors this season keeps mentioning long lost relatives. Yeah, it just doesn't really help, right? Doctor stands still for 40 minutes trying to avoid blowing up a planet. That's fair enough. Life of all the times, Ruby had. Well, here's the weird thing. First two episodes, right? Space Babies and Church on Ruby Road, all around Christmas, right? Then in Devil's Cord, she said she tries to link her phone to her mother or something. I can't remember. But she said, how long have you been in the TARDIS now? She said about. She asked her when it is. It's like June. She thinks, but it's hard to keep track, right? And now this is her first Alien Planet she's seen. So I don't know, right? It sounds like second episode was she's been in the TARDIS a long time. Now she's just arrived, right? So I don't know. Or the times playing tricks on her doesn't really matter. So Ruby has been Earthbound contemporary adventure, an Earthbound historical adventure, and on a trip into the space station. Was the first time we saw her step onto an alien planet where it nearly killed her. Special effects beautiful, realized absolutely beautifully. Telling her that human lifespans suck, and that 2 minutes is enough to take in a spectacular view. Is truth with only 8 episodes in a season these days, it does feel like we're really hurtling towards the finale already. Well, yeah, they're just spending way too much money. Oh, there's more of it. 1 second. Despite being tense, it was not a Moffat Fright Fest along the lines of Empty Child, Blink, Truth, Silence in the Library. The fear chiefly came out Moffat's extrapolation of current trends and conjure a vision of a future where AI decides where you're economically viable or not. That was all clear. This is clever Moffat commentary, right? Not Russell Davis. And you can mimic, and you can use a mimic for your loved ones after it has killed you. Well, that's nice of it. Mysteries and questions. There are substantial roles for Susan Twist. Yeah, she was in it as the interface. I thought so of the ambulance, which when she appeared in 5 seemingly different characters across the series. Yeah, she's the big bad of the season, obviously. I mean, I hope she's good when she turns up. Or maybe she's not. Maybe they're going to surprise us. Who knows, right? Is this leading somewhere? The production team was just having fun. No, it's always leading somewhere. And sorry, what? Variety season was Monday. Next season, she's next season's companion. There's always a twist at the end. There's never a twist at the end.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.